and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am going to be painting this star canvas painting. I have been looking forward to painting this for such a long time. If you saw my Hobbycraft video or my Christmas gift guide, you'll know that I picked up this canvas from Hobbycraft. I finally painted it and I absolutely love it. So let's go. I prepped my star canvas with a watered down yellow ochre acrylic paint, and over the top of that, once it's dried, I'm adding in yellows and also purples because those are the types of colours that I'm going for my overall painting, and I just want to get a base layer down to give me an idea of where I'm going to add these colours in on my overall painting. Then I start to add in these flecks of yellow, and this really did give me the Tangled vibes. I was thinking here about those stars in the film. It really did remind me of that. But I'm just adding in lots of different variations of yellow and then a few different variations of purple into the painting and overlapping some of those specks as well. At the moment they are kind of like rectangles, but at this point I was really not achieving what I was setting out to achieve, and I was getting a little bit frustrated with the painting because it wasn't really looking how I had planned it in my mind. Then I suddenly thought I'm going to switch up and I'm going to try painting circles instead of these sort of rectangle flecks. And for the circles I'm using a flat brush, the same brush as I was using beforehand, but I'm holding the brush upright and then pulling that round in a circular motion to create the circles on the painting. And I'm varying up the different colours of yellow so we can get a bit of depth going here with those flecks. Because I'm really after a bokeh effect with this. I want it to look like sort of glitter or some lights that are out of focus. So that is what I am trying to achieve with this painting. I then decided to add a layer of white paint over the top. It's fairly transparent, and then I added some more circles over the top. I felt like this layer of white paint really helped to throw the painting behind and add more depth, and it does give that effect of out of focus lights or glitter by adding in that white layer. So I was really pleased with that outcome. And I just start using lots and lots of different variations of yellow, and I add in loads and loads of different layers. So that's really the key for this effect, is keep adding those layers. You don't want to just add 2 or 3 layers because otherwise your painting will look really, really flat. What colourway would you choose? I was thinking about a gold star, which also was reflecting a little bit of purple, and I was also thinking about my complementary colours for this piece, but I really want to know what colours you will choose for your bokeh effect painting. And whilst you're at it, don't forget to like and subscribe on this video. It'd be great to have you join me over on my channel. I'm adding in a few more of the yellow ochre circles because I want to add a little bit more depth to this piece. As you can see, by adding in these darker circles, it's really making it look like there is a lot of depth to this, and some of those circles are way back in the background. One of the other things that I found really useful for this piece is playing around with the opacity of the paints. Some of the paint is quite transparent and some of it is really quite opaque, and then layering them up on top of one another, you start to create some really interesting effects in the painting. And I found this to be really, really useful to create even further depth with the piece. And one of the other things is that if you want to bring some of those circles right back to the front, you can paint straight back over them and then bring them forward. Because you've got that template of them there in the background, you can then play around with which ones are in the background and which ones are in the foreground. So it's really easy to keep going back and forth and deciding which sort of composition is best for your bokeh piece or what types of colours you want to choose. And then you can think about defining those colours a little bit further. So I started adding in some darker shades around the outer parts of them and then lightening some up with some white paint over the top to try and get the right balance of the shine on these pieces of glitter. Now it did take quite a few attempts to get this how I actually wanted it, because sometimes it looked a little bit too much and then I had to tone it back down a little, but overall I'm really starting to get a sense of how this piece is coming together, and I really do like the look of it at the moment. I'm currently planning all of my content for the beginning of next year, and I've got so many ideas at the moment on what I would like to create. And one of my goals for next year is to continue working on my painting, because I absolutely love painting, but it's something that I want to enhance or get better at. So let me know in the comments what you would be really interested in seeing on my channel next year, because I'd absolutely love to hear from you. The last part of this painting, I have switched down to a smaller paintbrush and I'm adding in some smaller little circles in just a white. And this white is going to be our very top layer of the bokeh effect. So it will be the shiniest area you can possibly think on the glitter. And I think going down a size in the paintbrush really helps to change up and think about the size of the different bits of glitter and the shine on those bits of glitter. So I think it's really important to play around with the size of your paintbrush for this bokeh effect as well. And it's starting to look so full of glitter or those out of focus lights. I then decided to paint the edges of my canvas with a neon pink, and I added a couple of layers of this because I thought it would contrast really nicely. I've used this iridescent medium a few times over on my channel, but I thought it would be really good to just enhance and pick up a few areas that would reflect and shine as you walk past it. It is a watercolor medium, but it worked perfectly well. I then used a glazing medium just to finish off over the top of the painting, and I just paint this over neat, and it just again added a little bit of a shine to the overall painting. So there you guys have it. That was my bokeh effect star. I absolutely love it. It was so relaxing, so fun to make, and I highly recommend you give it a go yourself. If you do try this painting, make sure you tag me on Instagram because I would love to see your finished pieces. Let me know in the comments what color combination you think I should try out next with a painting similar to this one, and make sure you subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.